Hello friends, I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. I just did something I haven't done in a very, very, very long time, and that is I pitched a game to a publisher. um, Way back long ago, I wanted to be a game designer. That was something I was super duper interested in. And I started designing games. I think the first game I ever designed was in like 1997 or 98, and it's very bad, but at the same time it's fun. I can't explain that, but if you've ever played those kind of games where it's mostly random, but you and your friends enjoy it, it was that game. We played it a lot. And I tried over the years to turn it into something that was publishable, but I never could figure that out, and I just gave up on it. And I kept thinking of other ideas throughout the years, tried some various collectible card game type things. One game has been stuck in my design headspace for nearly 2 decades. But anyway, all that is to say that I just pitched Tuesday Night Tanks to a publisher that was recommended to me by a friend. Well, I think that actually that friend works there. And Tuesday Night Tanks is something that I designed for a contest on thegamecrafter.com. It is a very simple little like 2 to 4 player tank combat game. The concept was what if there was a arena fighting tank game? Like what would that or just a league of tank fighting in arenas, and so that's what this became. And it was silly. Again, it was designed to fit. It was designed for a contest on the Game Crafter. So the components that are in the box were tweaked and tuned to fit the parameters of that contest. And it sold okay. I've sold maybe 30 of these over the years. And it's something that I've kind of forgot about until recently somebody ordered one. Every now and then it'll sell. I'll sell like one a year. And recently somebody bought one and it got shipped to California, and that was super exciting for me. And so I went and grabbed my copy and looked at it and thought, man, why didn't I ever try to find a publisher for this? So I posted that on Twitter. I said something to that effect. And one of my friends who works for a board game publisher said, why don't you send this to me? Like, do you have links? And he sent it to his VP, and his VP contacted me and said, tell me about it. So we just had a little Skype meeting, and I got to pitch it. And I told him, like, I haven't pitched a game in forever. This was designed in 2013, 8 years ago. It was decades ago, almost, in my head. But at that point in time, I had the year before, Scallywags had gotten published. Scallywags, the original pitch from Scallywags was all done via email. And I sent it to one publisher in 2008. They got published in 2012. And then after that, I tried a few more things. I tried a few more pitches. I had a few more games that I really enjoyed that I designed and I pitched and never could find publishers for. And I self-published quite a few things. I self-published my trap shooting card game. I self-published 2 tiny giveaway games that I printed a couple hundred and handed them out at conventions. I self-published this, and I self-published a dice game that I really love. I actually think it's a very, very, very good game. I just never found a publisher because custom dice is difficult. But this little guy, I think, has some legs, and so who knows, With Scallywags is now, I think it's completely fully done and published and available for purchase in Iran, in Persian. It's written, the language is Persian, or I think it's called Farsi there. But so with that, I still have a game on the market. I'm hoping that someday soon I will receive my designer copies of that. I requested 3 copies, so they're supposed to be sending those. But who knows? Maybe there is some hope for some of my older designs that I just never showed to publishers. I don't think I ever even attempted to show this because I was actually really proud of the product. I was really proud of the graphic design. I was very proud of the gameplay. I was very proud of the rulebook. I mean, pretty much every part of this I was proud of. So to me, it was like it was already a done product. But in talking to this publisher, obviously, I think one of the goals is to completely remove the tank fighting league thing and maybe make it a tank combat game that's based on a specific tank battle. and be like a historical type tank game, which the system fits that perfectly. But who knows? You know, I've learned over the years working in the publishing industry that my expectations as a publisher are very, very low. And I only look for the absolute best. Is this an absolute best? I think that if you are in the market for a simple card-driven tank-based combat game, this is pretty damn good. It could be better. There are definitely some thoughts in my head about how to make it better. And that's something to discuss with the publisher once they've attempted to play this version and determine whether it's right for them or not. If it's not right for them, then we don't continue down that line, and this goes back on my shelf, and I forget about it for a while. But if they're looking for something like this, and I happen to hit that, you know, target on the first shot, cool. I'm not going to, you know, I'm not getting my hopes up, but I'm also very proud of the product. So I have no reason not to think that they'll enjoy it. Will they enjoy it enough to publish? That's a different story. So it's an interesting game. Like, you know, the publishing side of the industry is its own type of game. The publishers are looking for specific products that fit their publishing line. They're looking for specific products that they can manufacture at a certain price point, and they're looking for specific products that hit a market share that is not crowded. And you have to kind of hit all those magic points in order for a publisher to go, you know what, I think I'll publish this. Or you have to, you know, pitch the game to the owner and he has to fall in love with it personally. If that's the case, it'll get published. I'm not saying that's happened before, but I'm saying that it does happen in the industry. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And if you want to check the game out, you can Google search Tuesday Night Tanks and go to the Game Crafter page and read about it. You can read the rules, or you can buy it if you want. I'll see you tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is extemporaneous. It's an adjective meaning off the cuff, done without preparation. My ability to speak extemporaneously makes me very comfortable speaking in front of a group that asks a lot of questions. Extemporaneous. EXTEMPORANEOUS. This show is 1000% extemporaneous, and if it's not obvious when I read those words, I've never read them before.